Hi, welcome back. I have another message that God wanted me to get to you. Was that I work with a lot of young people, like a lot of teenagers, and He wanted me to get the message out there that you should definitely wait till marriage to be intimate with someone. And the reason is, under a marriage covenant, you guys have taken the step to say that you're absolutely devoted to each other. You took an oath under God, okay, and it is then becomes a safe place to become intimate, because there's a possibility that you could create life, right? And if you are doing that before you both decide to be that committed to each other, it could end up in a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. Okay, so that's number one, the best situation in order to be intimate with each other. If you don't choose that, which is my number one recommendation, or God's number one recommendation on intimacy, is to get married first, then make sure you get to know the person really well. Ask yourself important questions like, does this person have my back? Would he be there through the most difficult times? Can I see him or her as the father or mother of my children? That is the most important one. Can I see him or her as the father or mother of my children? Because that's the next step, right? Usually you get married, you have children, you have a family. So ask yourself that question. If you get married and you're both that committed to each other, that is a safe place to share your bodies physically. Because remember, intimacy is not only a physical experience that you're sharing, but it's also spiritual. You're giving your soul to someone. So what you don't want to do is give your soul to all these people and not have all of your soul to give to the person who God has designated for you. Okay? Everyone has a person that God has designated for you to be with, and you should definitely wait till marriage. This is a message for younger people, in order to prevent yourself from a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. Right now, I'm choosing celibacy. So I have decided not to have any kind of physical intimacy with anyone unless they want to get married. And when they do, then that's when, after we're married, is when I'm going to share my body and soul with that person. But I don't think that, especially because if you have sex before marriage, then you affect your covenant with God. So if God is like showing up in your life very strongly, like in a lot of ways, like answering your prayers, or when you ask him for help and call out to him, if you have sex before marriage, he won't show up as greatly as he does, because you're not holding up your end of the deal. You know what I mean? Like, you're not living in the ways that he would like you to. So that's why I'm choosing celibacy. So I don't date. I haven't had sex in like years. I don't even remember the last time I had sex, but I'm absolutely fine with that. He purified me of lust, so I don't even struggle with any like lustful thoughts or feelings or urges. And I'm just walking close with him, and because I am, he answers my prayers. Like, when I'm in situations that only God can get me out of, he shows up and he gets me out of it. And to me, that is worth more than sex, basically. Yeah, because I mean, unless someone is willing to marry me, that deserves, now realizing my worth, getting close to God, realizing my worth, unless someone wants to marry me, that's the only situation I could see myself sharing myself physically with them. Because God is way more important than sex, for sure, and sex out of marriage. for sure. Like, that random dude or even dude that you think is got your back, is he really gonna have your back? Not the way God does. I promise you that. Oh, I'm sorry, the titter just came out of me, but yeah, not the way God does. God is the only person who's ever had my back 100% and has always had my best interest in mind. And would I mess that up over sex? Heck no. Heck no. There is no way I would mess up God and I's relationship, my walk with Him, His power, the way He shows up in my life. Okay. God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, love you. The bunnies and I love you.